All right, so finally got this in. Uh, this is the new Blade Runner 2049 set from Lumibricks, and the first one that they did is K Spinner, which is really cool. Um, just well, I'll show you something in a second. And this is mostly going to be an unboxing and just checking out what's in here. I'm gonna either add to the end of this, after this part, or maybe do another video just to show it built and talk about it like that. But see what we got here. But first, I just wanted to say that the first thing that when I was announced, I think it was on the 21st. I think it was on a Monday, last Monday or so. Was it last Tuesday? Somewhere around there. It's been over a week. Well over a week. But I had, we got a teaser, and then finally it was released, and I was on. I think I heard it from Jang's Other Bricks channel, something like that. He's got some really good stuff on the brick built stuff, like both Lego on one channel and his other any other brick built stuff. I think that's the Other Bricks part. And he announced it, and I said, all right, click this link, and just went straight to ordering one of these. And they should have a place in the US. I think they have different locations where they would have it in stock, and they said, I think US is a warehouse or something where we're coming out of. So I did it, and then I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and it's like they said it should ship or be delivered within 3 to 7 business days. But it was definitely over a week by the time I haven't seen any status change, and I tried to contact them and through the emails, and this was my first purchase through them, but what was kind of annoying was that I kept getting AI responses. I just simply, first email I just wrote was just like, it's been, I put my order at this time, you said it should be delivered within X amount of time, 3 to 7 business days, and now it's this date, which is well over a week, 7 days. What's the status? And then they come back and it's like, well, I'd like to help you. Can you let me know what the order number is, and something like what the issue is or something like that. It's like, well, I just stated it, and then so I put down the order number and any details about that, and then they just reply back, well, you can find this information online if you just at our website by just entering the number, and you can see the status and stuff. Well, I already told you that I'm not. There's no change. It's already been passed due. I just want to know when it's going to ship. And then they come back and tell me that basically they weren't answering my questions, and it was just some, it's like, oh, can you? I think the one last time they asked, like, well, what is the problem with the order or something? And I told them, it's late basically, and then it's like they didn't read what I wrote originally, and then I was going in like stupid circles, and it was getting really frustrating. And then finally, like a little bit later, somebody, actually a real person, actually said, yeah, that's our AI response, but sorry, but this is the actual status. They're out of stock, so they're waiting for it to be restocked. So you want to stay with it, you want to cancel or whatever, just let me know or something. And sorry about the mix up in the communication or something. It's like, oh, all right, well, I didn't really reply back to that. I just kind of waited, but then I just decided to search, because I think they sell on Amazon, and I found it, and I put the order in, and it said it would be delivered in basically 2 days from when I ordered it, and it did. So it shipped out really fast, and it came. So that was like, dude, I should have just went to Amazon. If I had known they had it. I don't know. I don't even think I checked earlier. I just went straight to the website. I figured, what the heck, do it. You can earn points with them. I guess it can be a discount later. So I figured I'd do that. But to this date, there's still no update on that original order that I made. but I did put in a cancellation when I knew for sure this shipped out and was going to be delivered today. And so I don't know. They're checking that out. I don't suppose this is close to the weekend. It's Friday, so they may not get back to it till next week. Either way, I want to cancel that one and just stick with what I got here. But if for some reason it can't be and they end up shipping it, then I can still start on this. And then as soon as that comes in, then I'm going to return it through, not to them. I'll get my points, but I'll return as if I did return to Amazon, which basically is the same thing. You know, it's actually sold through Lumibricks through Amazon. But anyways, yeah. So I can do this one from Amazon when I get, if I have to, you know, take the one that, if the one I originally ordered gets shipped, then I'll just take that as a return, and then, you know, you get what I'm saying. Anyways, so it's finally here. Stupid to put it in a soft bag package. Yeah, I don't understand why they do that sometimes, and especially when it's something that probably could benefit from being a bit more protected in a box. But you know, it's a plastic thing. You know, probably better was in a box than not. So it got a little bit dinged up. We'll take a look inside in a moment. But this is the artwork, and looks good. I'm pretty sure he is not, from what I saw on one review of this, again from, I think it's Jang's Other Bricks. He might have done a live stream on his Twitch channel. Usually he does the builds there, but I don't always follow that, so I might have missed that. But anyways, just checked out his review, pretty good. But he should be sitting on the driver's side, like he's, for some reason, if I'm not mistaken, this almost looks like he's sitting right in the middle of the inside, which he shouldn't be. But in fact, there are two seats, so he should be actually on the driver's side. But just a mental note, when I saw this, I thought, wow, don't tell me that only fits one person. But no, it can actually, should be able to fit two. Comes with the K figure. You know, this is just a style that Lumibricks does because they can't copy the Danish brand Lego. And of course, with Lumibricks, most if not all, I believe their sets are lit. You know, has lighting kit with it, which is cool. And this is obviously a perfect format for that. And so it's got tail lights, the front parts, maybe a couple other bits here and there, but it should look pretty cool. I guess the interior could potentially have some light in there. From the looks of it, it looks kind of like there's something glowing lit within. This is a that's that, I guess, that drone that pops up off of his roof that he can control and like do surveillance or scout or something, right? So that's kind of cool. That comes with that. Although I don't believe this comes with a transparent or some kind of flight stand so that you can show it in, like it's floating in flight, which would be a lot cooler. But I could probably buy or make something to work, so not a big deal, but it would have been nice if they included it. So let's just crack open it up. I'll just show you what's in here, and then I'll just get to the build. I don't think I'm gonna actually show the building process because I think that could be a little boring unless you show some key highlights in the build that are worth noting, some techniques or details. See, we got 1, 2 bags. Delight, day and night. Just curious what's inside. Oh, looks like this is probably the lighting kit. I see like a battery, instructions, little screwdriver. I think that's the battery unit. I believe it mounts on the bottom side of the car. And what's inside here? Is this the actual lights, perhaps? Probably. I imagine that's a battery box. I've never lit a Lego kit before, so this should be interesting. Yep. So I see the wiring and stuff. So there's that. And there's, but I guess that's considered bag 1, bag 2, bag 3. There are 3 bags of. Maybe some of the parts. See a wheel. This will probably go in the front. Wonder what this round clear piece is. Oh, you know, there might be a kind of a flight scan for the drone. Actually, I think. See the instructions. His own, brake tool. Transparent pieces. Bag 1. Here's another bag 1. Oh, kind of out of order, but 2 bag 2s. Yeah. And then F looks like Asian K in pieces. And he should have, where is his coat? I wonder if feels like something, here. I believe, if I understand Jang's review, there's these like sticky dots. I think he used it to apply to between the figure and the coat to make sure that it holds a certain way so it can maintain a certain shape or folds to his coat the way it's worn. That's what these little dots are. What else we got here? A service card. Not sure what that is. Here's the instructions, much like the front of the box. Flying vehicles used in the year 2049 and before that, of course, operated by law enforcement corporation and those with sufficient authority. Okay. It'd be kind of cool. They actually have like a build of that farm that he was at the beginning of the movie, and some details. Drone, exhaust vents, rear lights, wipers. Oh, actually has wipers. Front spotlights. Front side light. I guess these. Front side marker. This red one it's pointing to. So they should all light up pretty good. Front lights, landing lights. So it's kind of on the bottom. Air intake grill. Rear tail lights, that needs to be there. I think what's missing is, even though they got the license for this, I believe that in the brand of the car, the manufacturer of this case spinner is Peugeot. It's a French car company. Because I do distinctly remember from the rear, you could see Peugeot written somewhere on the back. And I guess they couldn't do that. That would have been neat if they were able to include that. It's equipped with an autonomous drone for environmental scanning in all conditions. During the protein farm mission, the drone detects an anomaly beneath a dead tree. Right, you find the bones. That'd be cool. They made this set later, and they talk about a little bit more scenes, and it's kind of maybe its role or what it's doing there. Hopefully this will go together, not too badly. Then I haven't done a Lumibricks build before, so first time, so I should look over the precaution stuff. Make sure you don't somehow cut or crimp the wires during the build. And yeah, so it's just getting to quite a lot of stuff before you get to the building part. I guess they want you to set up the lights first. I don't know. This is the same thing in another language. Okay, here goes the build. Once you get past that, oh, and here's the test the light up. Yeah, I definitely remember it used to say Peugeot somewhere in the back, but that's cool. So this is what I was talking about, like what's it? Oh, okay, it's on the next page. These. So when you put on this coat, you need to put on these sticky dots here, and I guess that's a hold. You put it on. There's a sticky tape right there. You fold it, and then I think tell you to bend fold down the collars, and that's it. And then he has his gun. And you just start getting into the build. Cool. Can't wait to get into this. Let's see here. Let me hide this back in here as it was. Oh, just for reference, I think a little while ago I did a video on it. I don't think I did it on this guy. This was from AliExpress, I believe. It's just basically a bootleg or copy of like a rebrickable mock out there, and they just kind of packaged it and sold it. And dust this off. It was sitting out on my desk for a while. This is a cool version of what you can say is a Deckard spinner, which you see in 2049, like this police spinner. But if you refer back to the first movie, he actually never seen him actually own one. It was actually his partner, or the guy that Edward James almost plays. I forgot his name in the movie, but he comes in flying this, and then he picks up Deckard on, inside the city streets, and then they, lift off and go off to the Tyrell Corporation, right? But this was a pretty cool build. I think what it's missing, and I was planning to do this, was add like a blue stripe at least to simulate the edge of the door, which needs this frame or something here. The trick was finding the right blue to match this best. And there should be actually a little kind of a circular window like frame cut out, I think, or ovalish somewhere close to this side corners, but otherwise it's just like two long ones going down. I just haven't gone around to it. This one, they didn't come with any stickers too, so they don't have that number. What is it, 44? Doesn't say police. And then this should have like a kind of almost a checkered or some kind of black pattern that goes around this bar piece. There are transparent parts down here, which it should be, because on the real thing it is the bottom of the floor mats, I guess, or whatever you call it, inside. It's like, at least around here it's clear, so that I believe the driver or pilot or whatever you want to call him, as he's approaching, he can see down through there at what he's about to land on. So that's kind of why that's there. But I also I got another one. Amazon, or Timo, I think it's pretty sure it was Amazon, but not Amazon, AliExpress, but it was much larger. It's like in line with like Lego Icons, series of like automobiles. Thinking like the James Bond one. Well, they had the Speed Champion, the Icons one, the large one, the I guess Mini Cooper. I think the Porsche, the Lamborghini, that scale was pretty big. It's quite a lot larger than this one. It would be interesting how this compares to that. Now this, I don't want to do it, but I do believe the doors, because they're hinged right here, they should be able to slide open like that. But the way it's fitted, it's very straight here, so that's a lot to just kind of pull around without it getting interfered with this edge here. This is when it's straight and you try to pull an angle, that bottom corner tends to want to swing out, kind of, and that's what could get caught. So I'm not going to do that. There are two seats in here, but I don't know. I doubt if I don't know. I don't think anything can truly. Well, maybe it can, but I have to get some figures for that. I wish Lego, or at least the brands that make, basically custom Lego minifigs, if they can't make one of Agent K. I mean, it's cool that he comes like this, but ultimately, I think most people still would prefer like the traditional big Danish brand Lego style of minifigs to go with it. Especially these guys, the way their legs are done, they can't really sit well either. But anyways, that's that. It's getting late, and so I will work on this maybe tomorrow, but you won't know it. The next thing you'll see is either after again, at the back end of this video currently that I'm recording. Maybe I might tack it onto the back, but I think likely I'll just put up a second video with just the after build. Yeah. That's that. Oh, yeah, these guys too. There is a company that makes some custom like Blade Runner, like Deckard. I think that's all they got right now. Deckard. It's from 2049, but the original Blade Runner, Deckard, as well as Rachel, and one other. Random person. I can't think. Oh, it's not his partner, is it? Well, anyways, this company's a brilliant. It's a little pricey for the set. I think it's $80, $90 or something. A bit more than I wanted originally was planning to spend on it, but they do have some custom minifigures of Rick Deckard, Rachel, and I guess is it Roy Batty? I forget who the third one was. Sorry. I wish it would expand it to include Kay, so he can. I don't know. It would seem better if you can match the Lego version. Alright, that's about it. I just wanted to show that. Thanks for watching. Look forward to building this. And catch the video after I've done it.